get ready with me. First, we are going to apply some primer. I'm going to let that set in for a little bit before we do the rest of our face. I am using a Wet n Wild Primer Serum Photo Focus. Now that we've let that sit in, we're going to go ahead and put on some eye primer. This is the Stuck On You eye primer by the Beauty Crop. Put that all over our lids and into the crease. Pat that in with our finger. Now I have invested in this Seint Beauty makeup. It is a cream makeup, and here I am using one of the contour colors to just go over some redness, some acne scars, just kind of hiding that color. And then I'm going to go over some of the dark circle areas with a little bit of concealer. Back to the Seint palette, we're going to use the darker contour and just use kind of a finger painting method, placing it along the areas where I will use to contour. I don't always do a nose contour, but when I do, that is how I do the nose contour. Go down the jawline to give a little bit of a shadow. And then underneath the cheekbone, staying at least 2 finger widths away from my nose. I'm also going to go under my lip and on top, just to give it that more fuller look. I'm going to go in with my main highlight color and place where I would normally place my foundation. Again, just kind of finger painting along the way. Don't forget your neck, ladies. I'm going to go in with a brighter highlight color and use that as my highlight. So I'm placing in the areas I would normally place a highlight or a concealer as a highlight. And here are the lip and cheek colors. I'm going to go in with this bright color here and use it as a cheek color. Don't be afraid of the bold, bright colors. These actually blend wonderfully, and it does not look very bright whenever you blend it, I promise. Keep watching, you will find out. I got these brushes off of Amazon, really decently priced. They are the dupe to the Seint or Mascara brand brushes, and I love that they are dual-ended. So I'm just taking one end and just kind of blending in my main highlight colors first before I go in with my contour. And in the end, this is just going to give you one flawless layer. Now let's blend this contour down. And then blending in the contour and cheek color. It's going to look a little harsh, but I promise you, keep watching. Now for the forehead, we're actually going to blend this into the hairline. I have quite a big forehead, so I brought mine further down to shorten my forehead a little bit. Let's fix some of that around my lip there. Add a little bit more of the main color. Again, blend that in. Then I'm going to take a fluffier brush and just kind of do a circular motion. This blends it more seamlessly, and you can see that it is not as harsh anymore. Again, taking some of that main highlight color, going on the temples, just to kind of break up that contour a little bit. I don't want my face to look too terribly long or too narrow and short. Now I'm taking my favorite wax primer for my eyebrows. This is by Red Aspen. Like a Botox and a pencil. The wax is colorless. Now we're going on to the Red Aspen Averie's eye pencil. This is in the color Deep. So we're taking the spoolie, just running that through our brows, getting that wax blended in. And then we're going to take the other end, which is the pencil end. And I am going to actually shade underneath. And then I'm just going to end up drawing a few hairlines right there on the tail end just to make my eyebrows look a little longer, because it'll make your face look slimmer. And then I'm going to just gently go over my brows, especially right there on the ends. You don't want it to be too harsh. Now for the other side, remember ladies, they are sisters, not twins. They don't have to look identical. And if you already have gorgeous brows, you don't have to conceal over them and draw on your brows. Show off your natural brows. I'm going to take that spoolie, run the color through my brows to blend it in. Again, you don't want it looking too dark and too harsh. You want it all to be natural. And while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the layout of this. This was not meant to be a YouTube video. but I have been asked quite a bit for these type of videos, so I am uploading this one for you guys. Now this is our brow gel. It is still currently out of stock. It is colorless, obviously. There is no fragrance to it. It does not make your brows sticky. It's not going to make them stiff or kind of crunchy like some brow gels do. This will actually help condition your brows, even helping them grow. I'm going to put on some Milani setting spray, set my foundation before I put on the rest of my makeup. Alright, now I am using one of my favorite neutral palettes, the Fulfilled palette. I'm going to go in here with Balance and level out the base of my eyes. It's also setting the eye primer that I had originally placed on. Gotta find a different brush here. Bear with me. Alright, brush found. Now we're going in with Exhale. And I have a slight hooded eye, so I'm actually going to run that just a tad over the crease. You can see me doing a circular motion there, followed by a windshield wiper motion. Continue doing this until you no longer have any pigment on your brush. As you can see, tapping that into the outer corner there, and then taking that color from the outer corner and dragging it along my crease. These colors are very buildable, very blendable, yet still very pigmented. Very creamy. This is an artistry palette, so gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Now we're going to go right here with Unity. Tap my brush in there, and we're going to just tap that onto the outer V there. And then we're going to blend that into just the crease. Keep blending. That is practically the key to everything in makeup. Blend until you can't blend anymore. Now for the other side. Gotta make sure they look the same. What you don't see is there's a filter over that mirror on this makeup palette, and it's really actually hard to see. Now we're going to go in with Home, which I have used before as a contour color as well. And this is for the outer V. And then I'm going just a little, not all the way to the middle of my eyelid, but I am bringing it in pretty close to the middle in the crease there. And then again, blend that out. take the fluffier brush and blend it out. It's a lot easier than that denser brush I was previously using. Choices. What am I going to use as a shimmer? Oh, we're going to go ahead and use Soul. Look at that gorgeous creamy gold color. Woo-wee. I'm using my fingertip because of the warmth of my finger and then the warmth of my eyelid makes it creamier. If you don't want to do it this way, you can always just get a smaller makeup brush, set some setting spray on it, and then tap it into your color. I'm just taking some of that excess and going underneath there as a highlight. Taking a denser brush and actually brushing upwards at an angle. It'll, one, give your face more of a lift, and then it will correct some of the fallout on the corner of your eye. Now we're going to blend in that highlight there just a little bit so it's not as harsh. That was a very bright, creamy gold color. And I'm taking any excess eyeshadow left on these brushes and just blending it underneath. Same with this brush. Anything extra, I'm just running underneath. So instead of wearing eyeliner, this is what I am doing. Going back to the Seint palette. And we're going to use this as a concealer to cover some of these dark circles and bags I have pecking underneath my eyeballs. And then a smaller beauty blender and just blending that out. We are tapping it. We are not actually rubbing it. We are tapping it out. Little goes a long way. That's pretty much another motto with makeup. You don't need a lot. Everything is blendable. Fix any mistakes you got going on there. All right, now I did use that creamy color for a blush. I'm actually going to use this Party Playlist palette and use one of the colors in there for a blush. I love the color, but I also like more of a rosier cheek. Again, take that fluffy brush and blend it out. You don't want it to be too harsh. And I'm not going on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going more where my contour was to give my face more of a face lift. You put it more toward the apples of your cheek, or on the apples of your cheek, your face is going to look fuller, smaller, shorter. We don't want that. Give yourself a facelift. Next up, our brand new, beautiful Copper Grove bronzer. We're going to place that kind of on top of our blush. Again, just barely tap that in. It is very pigmented. And one thing is our products pretty much have skincare in every single one of them. This is our bronzer. It does have some aspen bark, some hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, sunflower oil, and cornstarch. We do not use talc in any of our products. We use cornstarch instead. The setting powder also has aspen bark, hyaluronic acid, honeysuckle flower extract, sunflower oil, and jojoba oil. So all those yummy goodness skincare ingredients in our products will be taking care of your skin while you are feeling very beautiful. And I'm giving myself more of a sun-kissed glow. I'm not using my bronzer as a contour. Set all that. I do set my makeup quite often. I don't like my makeup going anywhere. Let that dry. Now we're going to go in with Dream. And we're actually using this as an eyeliner. This palette, like I said, is gorgeous hands down, but it is an all-in-one palette. You can use it as an eyeshadow, you can use it as a blush, you can use it as a contour, you can use it as a bronzer, you can use it as an eyeliner, you can use it as a highlight. There's so many different ways to use this palette. And what I did is I just sprayed this smaller angled brush with setting spray and then tapped it into that color. This takes concentration, some patience, a steady hand, something I don't have all the time. All right, now on to Maggie mascara. If you can have one mascara in your makeup bag, this is the mascara I would suggest. Has a 360 wand. You can wear it on its own or wear it with a pair of false lashes. One of the great things about this mascara is it does have some castor oil in it, which will help condition your lashes as well as help them grow. It also helps lengthen, volumize, and curl. Now I have stick straight lashes, so I have to do a lot of curling with a curling wand first, or an eyelash curler, whatever you want to call it. And then what I also do when I am remembering to do it, or when I'm not in a rush, I will actually set my mascara with a setting powder after the first coat, and then I will go in and do a second coat over that. It actually makes your lashes look fuller and longer by doing that little beauty hack. Another little trick for you is to actually look down in a mirror while you're putting on your mascara. That way you don't end up with mascara marks all over your eyelid. Don't worry if you do. Just let that dry. Take a clean spoolie and just brush that mascara off. It will not disturb your eyeshadow at all. All right, now I'm going to go in with our Aspen Collection Gold Crown Highlight. This has kind of crumbled a little bit, but we fixed it. It is this gorgeous creamy color and it is very blendable. A little goes a long way. I kind of do this C shape. And then I will blend it in. You can even take a beauty blender and do that for a more natural look. Then I'm going to do the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and then we're going to do the Cupid's bow, which is right above your lip. And then I do just a little bit on my chin, not a whole lot, because I don't need it to stick out too much, but I do want it to be defined. All right, now I'm going to go in with the contour with Grace. This is in a violet color. This is our lip liner. Very, very creamy, very smooth. Goes on super easy. And then great thing is our pencils also have a brush on the end, so you can just blend that in. And then onto our lipstick, which is Molly Gets Matte. This is in the color Pink Petunia. It is a matte lipstick, but it does have some shea butter in it, so it's going to leave your lips nice and conditioned and soft. Little goes a long way. Scrape off any excess, put it on your lips, let it dry some. I always have this like fear I have some on my teeth. Oh, nope, none on my teeth. Anybody else have that? No, just me? Okay. But we are going to just let that set in, give it a little bit, and then it will not transfer onto your mask. It won't transfer onto your coffee mug. It won't transfer onto your partner when you kiss them. It is a wonderful lip color and lipstick. We still have several on our website available. All right, now I'm actually going to go in with the Aspen Collection Pearl Crown highlight, and then I'm going to go right here on the brow bone. It's going to give your face another lift. You know, when you start hitting a certain age, you need all the help you can get without spending buku buck at a plastic surgeon for a facelift. I'm going to go right there in the corner to open your eye a little bit. That is the darkest part of your eye, so it is shadowed. So you definitely want to put some highlight or a brighter color there. And then I'm doing an ombre effect with my lips. I'm actually placing it right there in the middle. Gives it more of a fuller look as well. All right, and I have already put on one lash, fixing this lash. I normally don't use tweezers, but my other thing was in the car.